is up, my anime peeps? It's Rachel here at the Otaku Review. How's it going? I have a lovely box review for you today, and I've literally just got it through my door, and it is Anime Loot Crate, and this is the October box. I got my dates a bit mixed up because I've been so behind. I do apologise. But this theme is Gods and Spirits, so there's lots of hauntingly good anime. So I know there's Noragami possibly, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and a few others, but I have not looked in the box. I haven't peeked. I've literally just sliced it open, and I'm going to reveal the goodness that is in here for you today. So let us open and investigate this paranormal activity. Right, well, there's two massively big boxes in here. So I'm going to go for the smaller one first. Okay, this is good. Ooh! First item is from Mushishi, and I actually own this anime, and I've got all the books, so it is really cool. And it is Kodansha and Funimation, and it is a Loot Crate exclusive item. I don't know what it is. It's not a mug. It feels like a plushie or something. If you've not watched Mushishi, it's really good. It is a very slow-paced anime, but it's one of those ones that's really relaxing but kind of creepy at the same time. And basically, it's about a investigator or sort of scientist, I should say, called Ginkgo. He only has one eye because he gave one of his eyes for someone who was infected with these beings called Mushishi, and they're basically like invisible spirits slash bacteria slash creatures, and yeah, basically he can see them, and yeah, he only knows how to get rid of them. So some like sort of go in your ear and stop your hearing. You can hear the sea. Some invade your eyes. Some are just like parasitic, and some affect crops and water. And it is really fascinating to watch. It's like watching a watercolor painting most of the time. But anyway, I digress. It's a really good anime, so I highly recommend it. It came out quite some time ago, but let's see what the item actually is. So, I've been trying to stay away from Loot Crate's websites too much because they're going in the way of Yume Twins, and they're giving away all the spoilers before the box comes, so I'm trying to avoid that. Oh, I said it wasn't mugs, and they are mugs. It looks like some sake cups. So let's just have a look. Oh, okay. Those are cool. They're still nice. So they're just two sort of sake mugs, and they have Ginkgo on one side of his full face and the logo from the show, and another one, same logo, but with Ginkgo sort of far in the background in the trees. So those are pretty cool. I do collect a lot of Japanese style crockery, and I haven't got any sake cups. Not that I drink sake because I can't stand it, but if I get any plum wine or anything, these would be nice to drink from. So that's really cool. They don't really do a lot of crockery stuff, but those are nice, and they're also washable and microwavable, so you can heat them up in the microwave with all that. So that's really cool. So they don't do a lot of kitcheny stuff unless it's really a food box. So yeah, that's a really interesting item. So that's definitely a keeper because that's going in my crockery collection. Right, next item. I'm gonna leave the big box till last. I'm trying not to look really hard. Right, so it was like a book. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, it's a art book by Yokotaka Amano. I think this is the same guy that does the Final Fantasy artwork, like all the concept art. But I think this is from the Vampire Hunter D series, if memory serves me. Oh wow, these are some really nice illustrations. Yeah, this is definitely the guy that does Final Fantasy. Yeah, this is definitely Final Fantasy. So, yeah, that's from Vampire Hunter D. So, the really lush illustrations. And I could tell straight away from some of the concept art. Yeah, this is definitely the guy who does the Final Fantasy artwork. So, that's beautiful. Finding a lot of his stuff is really expensive to buy. Ooh, there's a Gatchaman as well. That's really cool. And, yeah. Oh wow, this is nice. My friend Kat's going to be so jealous because she's absolutely obsessed with us. Oh yeah, there's the one of the bosses, one of the kings from the game, and yeah, a lot of Vampire Hunter D and other artwork. So that is really super nice. There's some really cool illustrations in this book. I might have to hide this from my buddy. So yeah, those are the really cool illustrations. So. For decades, Yokotaka Amano has been admired for the work for as a modern master of fantasy and science illustration, For anime, video games, graphic novels, the art of Yakutosha Amano is just a small introduction to one of Japan's greatest contemporary artists. And it is a Dark Horse exclusive to Loot Crate, so that is definitely a keeper, because his artwork is really, really gorgeous, because I'm a sucker for concept art, because, yeah, illustration, gaming, big nerd, yeah, so, yeah, that's the book for this month's books. Right, there's 2 more items small in this box, and then we've got the big one. So I'm going to go for the small one, which I'm guessing is this month's charm. Oh, that's really cute. So, yeah. So we've got the spirits, we've got Yume-chan, looking like a cute little ghost girl, I think. She looks like she's sat on a book with some ghosts coming out of it, and it's all glittery. So that is Yume-chan on the little book today, and I like it's glittery. Like I said last time, I'm glad that they sort of change up the charms every month, and they make them different, so you don't get anything too samey. But that's really cute. And yeah, Loot Anime on the back as well. So that is the charm. Right, last item. It's the Noragami item. I knew Noragami was in this box. It looks like an exclusive pin. So yeah, it's 2 pins. Wow, this is pretty big. I need to actually catch up on this series. I've got the first 5 books, but I haven't actually properly watched the anime. I think I've only watched the first episode. So now I've taken out the packet. So you can see the main character with his blade, and the female protagonist with him, and his sort of host that his host that turns into the sword itself. So that's really cool. Yeah, Noragami is really interesting. It's all obviously being gods and spirits in the theme of the box. Noragami, I think the main character, he's a god. He's looking for higher acceptance of wealth and women and fame, and he basically has this huge bottle, and he has to fill it with all these coins of kind of like offerings for his services, and basically he like goes around for offering services like to exercise spirits and things, I think. So yeah, I definitely need to catch up on this series. I think there's been 2 seasons so far, and I think there's quite a few books as well. So yeah, that's definitely a keeper, because I do love collecting pins. Right, so let's have a look at the box for the month. So it looks like a spell book. It's very Sailor Moon-esque. I might have to put my new pops on this. So yeah, it folds out and it turns into a spell book, or a set of spell books, I should say. So if you can just see, you can see all the spies. You see Loot Anime, incantations, and a book of spells book. So that's really cool. I love folding these out because I keep them on the top of my shelf, and I put all my like spare boxes for figures and jewelry and what else in here. So yeah, I like to keep feed boxes for certain things because it's easier to find everything rather than having all black boxes on the top of your shelf. Right, we're on to the last item, which was quite a big box, and it feels like another figure again, and I think it's going to be another Banpresto. So okie dokie. I knew this was coming. Yeah, it is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure figure, and I think this is from the Diamond Breaker series. Yeah, I'm not a big JoJo fan. I have tried to get into it, but only from the first season. And me and my fiance were really curious, and we watched the first, I think, 4 episodes, up to the point where he was like being taught how to like punch things, like he punched this frog to the ground and stuff. And yeah, it's the best to say, me and my fiance were very confused as to what was going on. So yeah, it wasn't something I really got into, but I kind of feel like I need to get into it because I just see so many people cosplaying from it at MCM every year. And yeah, and I've watched like the history of the anime and all the different Joestars and everything. So I think this is the 5th generation Joestar, if memory serves me right. So let's have a look at the figure itself. So let's see. So it looks like he's all in one piece. So is this Josuke. Josuke. So his name's Josuke, not Josuke. Oh wow, yeah, that is a really nice figure. So I'm just going to open it up carefully. Wow, that is really nice. I do like that figure. So there is Josuke in all his posing glory, shall we say. So he's in his sort of school uniform, which is sort of designed to his appeal, and his really mad, bizarre sort of gangster-esque hairstyle, because I think it's meant to be like a biker sort of style. It reminds me of the hairstyle from one of the characters from Danganronpa, the one who got turned into butter. I can't remember his name, but I know Chris about voiced him in the English dub. So that's really cool. It comes with just a very basic stand, so it just looks like it's street pavement. So that's pretty funky, I've got to say. So I'm just going to put them on the stand, if it'll come out the bag. And there we have Mr. Josuke Joestar. Wow, it fits in there really well. So there's him on the stand, looking pretty funky. So yeah, that is really cool. It doesn't actually have the branded figure on the box. I would have thought it was Van Presto. Oh no, it's jumped by a company I've never heard of before, called Jammer. So that's a new branch of figures I need to look into. So that is everything in the box. I'm just going to look at the poster real quick just to see if there was any variants. I did forget to look at the poster in the last box. I do apologise. I was in a little bit of a rush to get my filming done. So yeah, we have the Gods and Spirits V-Box. So yeah, we had the exclusive book of the Art of Yokotisha Amano, which was exclusively for Loot Anime. So yeah, that's the only place you're going to get that book. Then we had the exclusive Mushishi teacups from Funimation. The Noragami pen, sorry, the main character's name is Yato, sorry, not Noragami itself. A mighty deity who grants wishes for the small fee to gain followers. He waits for shrines to be built for his honour and teams up with a boy spirit and a girl with a slippery soul to fight the corrupted spirits of trying to harm humans. Pay tribute to Yato by wearing the pin and spreading tales of his deeds. Then we had the Yume God's Charm and the exclusive JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Josuke figure. So there's so many JoJo's to remember. Recent means were live action film directed by Takashi Miike, series for several generations who are psychically gifted. The Joestar family is to deal with the repercussions of the stone mask, an artifact that grows to wear eternal life and dark powers for a heavy price. Seeing fitting to include a figure of the fourth JoJo, Josuke Higataha, or the otherworld of his otherworldly pompadour. His epic hair and styled school uniform are perfectly captured by Van Presto. It was Van Presto, I was right. I didn't see the Van Presto logo anywhere on the box, because usually it's up. It is right there. I was completely blind. I'm so used to it being on the top of the box. Yeah, but that is really cool. I do love getting figures in my boxes. So anyway guys, that is this month's Loot Anime crate. They haven't announced next month's box yet, as this one has only just been sent out, so hopefully they will announce it next week. I do have my Yume Twins box coming soon, so I will review that, and hopefully I will have my gaming crate, because unfortunately it's been delayed by a couple of weeks because of an item issue, but it will be demon themed, so it will be Dungeons and Dragons, Skyrim Online, and there was another one, Doom. Sorry, yeah, Doom. So anyway, until next time guys, I will say sayonara desu. Stay nerdy, stay happy, and keep collecting. Bye bye.